What is going on, guys? Natural pro bodybuilder, Alex Walsh here. That still sounds and feels so weird to say. Like, I don't know. After, I guess it's been, 3 months since or maybe, 4 months since I've gained my pro card? It just feels weird, you know? Still really awesome, of course, but nonetheless, though, it's, weird to call that. But you know what, guys? Happy freaking Friday. We did the damn thing, man. We did it. If I sound a little stoppy, you'll see that I am actually a little cold today, fellas. It was in the 30s, which I know from some of you guys, 30s ain't really anything. You know what I mean? It's really not bad. But from us Texas boys living in Kansas, it's definitely it's an adjustment. It's funny, I've been here for quite a bit already. I've already been up here for a little bit, so you think I'd get used to it. I think I'm 1.5 years here, and I still just I'm not accustomed to it, man. Like, I don't know if it's just like my body fat's low, but like my fingers and like my toes just get massively cold, man. It's I don't know, man. I love the cold though. That's the funny thing though. I know I can gripe about certain things like my hands and my feet being cold, but really, I mean, it's not anything that I can't handle, because I love it when it's getting colder. I love going to the mountains, whether I get to snow ski, get into a freaking hot tub. I don't know. I just love it, man. I love Christmas, Thanksgiving. Just love this time of year in general. But today, we don't go to the gym today. So it's kind of a interesting day, because my split got all arranged in a sense just because of the adjustment to the home gym, since I'm training at the home gym 3 times a week and only 2 times a week at the commercial gym. I think I'm doing like, 1 leg day at the commercial gym and then like 1 upper body day, which I'm a-okay with. That's fine. I speak with the HVAC guys tomorrow. I get to do that. But today, I'm actually picking up a trailer, like a 20-something foot trailer. I have, all them crates that all that gym equipment came in. I got to get that out, because obviously the trash people aren't going to pick that up. So I'm like, you know what? I'll get everything loaded today. I think I got some extra freaking just big cardboard boxes that need to be thrown away anyway. So I'm just going to take it to the big dump tomorrow. Get it out of my hair, not worry about it. The neighbors can stop just looking at me kind of weird. It's always funny. Every time I get like this massive piece of equipment, it's like a spectacle. Because I got like a lot of older people that live next to me. It's a very quiet neighborhood. And when you see a couple guys that move into this house, and I wear, short shorts, or I wear not the most common, I guess, casual wear. My casual wear is like jorts or 5-inch shorts with like a freaking sleeveless flannel, or just shirtless in general. And it's definitely something people probably are not used to seeing. They're probably thinking I'm from California or some flamboyant place like that, but that's just the vibe, man. But no, they're great people. But it's always humorous to me, because it's definitely something that they're just not used to. You can just tell by their mannerisms and how they awkwardly gawk and stare. Hold on, guys, that freaking sun. There we go, much better. That sun was just like protruding right in my face. But man, what's the topic on today, man? I don't know. I think yesterday, I hope I don't worry some of you guys about that video. Like I said, I feel like it's better than what it has been in the past, just emotions and everything. But I guess for today's topic, man, I guess I can speak about when I'm going to compete again. That's always an interesting topic. So right now, we're currently weighing around that like 175 threshold. We're still only like, man, I think at the lowest my weigh-ins got, in terms of like fully depleted, I think I was like 163 pounds. But it's funny though, when I was filled out on all the carbohydrates and everything like that, on the actual show day on stage, I was like 175 pounds. Kind of funny how the water manipulation and everything runs spell. So, at the biggest standpoint, I think I had a high weigh-in of like 177. If we just take my highest weigh-in and my lowest, over 12 pounds post-show, that's really not bad. And I mean, I was very lean too. I had shredded glutes, but I mean, they could have been a little leaner, but I mean, I'm nitpicking at that point, right? So, we're really not that far off from being at the stage. So I think the initial game plan, I was wanting to be 250 pounds. I know it sounds crazy, but I have a lot of big strength feats that I really wanted to do before, it's all said and done. Or before I decide to get on gear or anything like that. Like, I've always wanted to bench press 405 completely drug-free. I've always wanted to deadlift like 700 pounds completely drug-free. And then my squat, I've never had like a crazy number in mind. I was thinking like 550. That'd be kind of neat, completely drug-free. Maybe even 600. But I digress. It's not a huge priority right now. I realized, though, if I do get up to that 250 pounds, I was going to take 5 years to get up there. So it's going to be a nice, gradual, caloric surplus. I think at that point, I was going to gain like 12 pounds a year, essentially. Like, it wasn't a whole lot of weight that I was needing to put on. I mean, it's like a pound a month. This isn't shit. So it was allowing my body fat, or allowing me to just gain at a very steady pace, and just to continue staying in a caloric surplus to put on more muscle mass, etc. But now that I'm getting out of the show, I'm like super motivated to compete as a pro. Because before, I wasn't sure if I really wanted to compete as a pro. I didn't know. We got the IPE pro card. We still have not achieved the WNBF pro card. We won the WNBF overall show in Oklahoma, but due to there's just not enough competition, I was not granted that pro card. So I feel like there's still some unfinished business. I wasn't completely happy with the package that I brought to the stage. I really wanted to bring in a little bit better conditioning. It sounds nuts, I know, but in my mind, I'm looking at like the Brian Whitakers. I'm looking at the guys at the world level stage, and that's what it takes to be, very successful in natural bodybuilding. And guys, between you and me, it's like I still have aspirations of being an ifbb pro bodybuilder, not open bodybuilder, but to get maybe into classic bodybuilding. I don't know, man. I'm so back and forth on to get on PEDs or not, because when I started working out, I didn't know what natural bodybuilding was. I looked up to, like most people. I looked up to like Jay Cutler, freaking Ronnie Coleman, Frank Zane. Let's go Golden Air, Dave Draper, freaking Ed Corning. Like those guys, Franco Colombo, Serge Nubret, like all those guys. Like I idolize those guys. And to say that me wanting to be on the Olympia stage one day hasn't crossed my mind, that's a farce, because that's something that's like I battle with consistently, man, because I understand there's so many like health risks that goes into that, because I don't have the most insane genetics. So somebody with my genetics, I have decent structure. It would literally, I'd have to go all out. I really would. And that's just what I am about, though, too. I don't give anything half-assed. I would go 100,000% if I could. And it scares me a little bit, because if I do go that route, I'm just worried that, there'll be a lot of consequences for that decision. But on the other hand, I'm worried I'm going to regret not seeing what my body would be capable of chemically enhanced. Because the goal in the very beginning was to be a natural pro bodybuilder and then becoming an IFBB pro bodybuilder. That way, when I do decide to have my gym, I train full time, I can basically promote that, hey, I did it naturally and I did it enhanced. Which is kind of the best of both worlds, so I would know what I'm doing naturally, I would know how to help somebody if they were enhanced. And it's just, I don't know, man, it's hard to make a decision. It really is. Maybe you guys can give me some insight. I don't know, man. It's just something that I consistently have battles with, and I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to make up my mind. Like, in my mind right now, it's like I'm pushing to just compete as a professional natural bodybuilder first. Get that off the check mark so I can say that I did it right. But then let's say I waited 3 years, I'll be 30 years old. Which, granted, is not very old in the sport, especially because I've never taken gear. Maybe that would be better for me to wait till I'm 30. You know, I don't know. I'm sure you guys have your opinions on that. Because I don't have any, there's no, I have to stay natural my entire life. I've never claimed that. I've never made that decision in my head. I think I just want to be great, guys. I really do. I really want to be great at something. I want to leave a legacy behind, man. And for some reason, I just feel like sometimes I'm back when I was really YouTubing when I was younger, man. To this day, I kind of regret not getting. It's like I regret it, but I don't, because I really feel like if I would have got on PEDs at that young age, kind of around the 18, 19-year-old, when I was still young enough to where, I had that teen bodybuilding look, right? Everybody loved that look. I think I could have actually became somebody in the fitness industry. You know what I mean? I could have, I don't know. And now I feel like I'm just rambling to you guys about that because it really doesn't matter. You know, I've lived a wonderful life, and I feel like I've achieved that goal, that dream that 15-year-old had. You know, that's finally been put to rest, right? So I'm not ashamed of it. I'm very proud of myself. I'm just speaking out loud because of the what's next. Natural bodybuilding is not a big thing. It's not popular. Not a lot of people give a shit about it. I understand that. But it would just be really cool, man, to just see that, what if I could, what, look at Nick Walker before he had absolute ass natural genetics, it looked like, you know what I mean? It looked like he didn't have very great insertions at all. Look how he turned out. Wouldn't it be so cool, guys, to step on stage at the Olympia one day, or even Ann Arnold Classic, in classic bodybuilding or something like that? Wouldn't that just be insane? Alex Walsh, Mr. Olympia competitor, that'd be so cool, man. Granted, I know I'd go bald as shit. I'd definitely, we'd lose the hair super fast, I think, absolutely. That's kind of part of it. I've already accepted that fact, I think, so. Let me know what your thoughts are on that, guys. I don't want this car confessions to be too long. I'm just speaking out loud. I was thinking of a topic to mention, and that's kind of one of the things that I've just really been thinking about. So, I hope you guys have a wonderful start to your weekend. I love you all. I will have a workout in the garage. I'm saying that weird. I'm doing that tomorrow. So, it'll be another epic, probably 30, 40-minute video. All right, guys. Natural Pro Bodybuilder Alex Walsh signing out.